Imagine sitting down at a restaurant, ordering your favorite meal, and taking that first bite, only to later find out that what you just ate wasn't beef, pork, or chicken, but something far more disturbing. From mystery meats to unspeakable crimes, restaurants around the world have been the settings for some of the most terrifying and stomach-churning horror stories ever recorded. Some involve tragic accidents, others involve eerie hauntings, but a few are far more sinister, hiding secrets so horrifying they sound like something straight out of a horror movie. In today's video, we bring you 6 hair-raising horror stories from restaurants. True tales that will make you think twice before your next meal. Stay tuned until the end, because story number 1 involves a real-life case of a restaurant serving human flesh, and the shocking details behind it will leave you speechless. Let's get started. 6. The haunted restaurant where objects move on their own. The Myrtles Plantation, Louisiana, USA. There are many haunted places in the world, but very few are active restaurants where guests experience paranormal activity while dining. One such place is the Myrtles Plantation in Street Franceville, Louisiana, an infamous location known as one of the most haunted houses in America. Originally built in 1796, this historic site now operates as a restaurant and bed and breakfast. However, guests and employees have long reported terrifying encounters with spirits, including objects moving on their own and ghostly apparitions. Staff members have reported hearing voices call their names when no one else is around. Some customers have captured ghostly figures in their photos while dining. The kitchen staff has experienced doors slamming shut and objects falling from shelves with no explanation. One of the most famous ghosts is Chloe, a former enslaved woman who was allegedly murdered on the plantation. Many believe her spirit still lingers, and diners claim to have seen a shadowy figure watching them while they eat. Despite the eerie happenings, the restaurant remains open, and many customers purposely visit hoping to witness something paranormal. But would you be brave enough to eat in a place where you could end up dining next to a ghost? 5. The fast food chain that had a secret ingredient in their burgers. The 2013 horse meat scandal. Europe. One of the most shocking food scandals in history involved a major fast food chain and supermarket brands across Europe. In January 2013, authorities discovered that several popular beef products contained horse meat, which had never been disclosed to consumers. For years, customers raved about the juicy and flavorful burgers sold in major fast food outlets, unaware of the disturbing truth behind the meat supply. When health inspectors conducted random DNA tests on processed meat products in the UK and Ireland, they uncovered a massive food fraud operation. Tests revealed that over 1/3 of all beef products tested contained undeclared horse meat. Some supermarket products contained up to 100% horse meat instead of beef. The scandal involved major brands such as Tesco, Burger King, and Findus, shaking consumer trust across Europe. Although eating horse meat is legal in some countries, the real crime was the deception. Millions of customers were unknowingly consuming it, thinking they were eating traditional beef products. This led to multiple lawsuits, product recalls, and a complete loss of trust in food labeling. 4. The restaurant where guests keep disappearing. The barbecue murders of Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, 2009 to 2012. Imagine going to a restaurant and never coming back. That's exactly what happened in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, where multiple customers vanish after dining at a local barbecue restaurant. Between 2009 and 2012, authorities received numerous reports of missing people, all of whom had last been seen at the same restaurant. As the disappearances increased, locals started suspecting something sinister was happening behind closed doors. When police finally investigated, what they found was horrifying. The restaurant was being used as a front for a drug cartel, which was disposing of bodies in barrels of acid. Several victims were found buried behind the restaurant, burned, or dissolved in chemicals. The owner and several employees were arrested, but many believe more people were involved in the killings. Despite the arrests, many of the missing were never found, and the location remains one of Mexico's most infamous unsolved mysteries. 3. The poison buffet that left dozens dead. The Rajneesh Cult Poisoning, Oregon, USA, 1984. Buffets are meant to be a place where you can enjoy a variety of foods, but at one infamous restaurant in the Dalles, Oregon, the all-you-can-eat experience turned deadly. In 1984, followers of the Rajneesh cult, a controversial religious group, deliberately poisoned the salad bars of 10 different restaurants in an attempt to influence a local election. The cult used salmonella bacteria, contaminating lettuce, dressings, and other buffet items. Over 750 people became seriously ill, suffering from violent vomiting, hallucinations, and diarrhea. This attack remains the largest bioterrorism incident in U.S. history. The goal? To make people too sick to vote, so that the cult's own candidates could win local elections. Eventually, several cult leaders were arrested, and the case became a cautionary tale about how food can be weaponized. 2. The fine dining restaurant built over a mass grave, the Catacombs of Paris, France. This upscale restaurant in Paris, France became infamous when diners learned they were eating their meals just a few feet above thousands of human remains. The restaurant was located near the Paris Catacombs, a vast underground tunnel system holding over 6 million skeletons. Over the years, customers and staff reported strange occurrences, including whispers, shadowy figures, and sudden temperature drops. Some believe that the spirits of the dead still roam the underground tunnels, creating an eerie dining experience. Despite its chilling history, the restaurant remains popular, attracting thrill seekers and ghost hunters who want to experience a haunted meal. 1. The restaurant that secretly served human flesh. The Nigerian Cannibal Restaurant, 2014. And now for the most disturbing story of all, a real-life case of a restaurant that was caught serving human meat. In 2014, police in Anambra, Nigeria raided a small, unassuming restaurant after receiving a tip about suspicious activities. What they found inside was beyond horrifying. Officers discovered severed human heads wrapped in cellophane, stored in the restaurant's kitchen. Local residents later revealed that they had been unknowingly eating human flesh, believing it was beef. The restaurant's owner was arrested, and authorities discovered evidence of ritualistic killings tied to the human meat trade. The news shocked the nation, leading to a nationwide crackdown on illicit activities in restaurants. Would you ever truly trust your meal again? From haunted restaurants to secret crimes hidden in the kitchen, these stories prove that not all dining experiences are what they seem. Which of these horror stories shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you love chilling true stories, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more terrifying deep dives into the darkest mysteries from around the world.